18-year-old girl. Another, another coward, man. Another coward has taken another angel too soon. Subscribe to the channel. This is Kimi. Just check the video out, man. I'm a little bit, me, get a little bit and a little bit emotional about these, man. I got empathy, especially for these women, not for the men. Like these men, I would, come on, man, put me in a cell, just put me in a cage with them. I promise you, they'll change their whole life. Just put me in a cell with them. Whoop the hell out of them ass. Just bare hands whoop ass. I don't need nothing. They putting their hands on women. Trust me, they cowards. They cowards. Man, check this video out. Kimi.
Portis was described by family and friends as a ray of light with a beautiful spirit. She had a very bubbly, quirky, and energetic personality and was loved by many. Jaira was a lifelong athlete and incredible softball player. She began a relationship with 22-year-old Davon Bray. It is unclear just how long the two were in a relationship or whether or not Jaira was aware of his past criminal history. Davon was currently out on a $200,000 bond for an August 2021 murder in Pritchard, Alabama. Around 11:45 p.m. on Friday, January 13th, officers responded to the Azalea Court townhomes on the 7300 block of Bellingrath Road after receiving a report of a person shot. Upon arrival, officers found 18-year-old Jaira, who was suffering from a gunshot wound. She was transported to the hospital and later died as a result of her injuries.
Davon Bray was arrested this morning and is being charged with murder. This time police say he shot and killed his 18-year-old girlfriend, Jairi Portis. Now, according to MPD, the incident happened at an apartment complex on Bellingrath Road near the Highway 90 intersection in Theodore last night. Bray is no stranger to law enforcement. Just last August, he allegedly killed Frederick Lamar James in Pritchard. Bray was released on bond for that murder the next month. Prosecutors have filed a motion to revoke bond for Bray's initial murder case. At this time, Bray is being held in Metro Jail.
And of course, this case brings back the question, why was this guy out of jail when he was put there for murder? It highlights something Alabama lawmakers refer to as a revolving door of crime.
The day after Jaira's death, the Alabama Supreme Court ruled judges could impose a bond of $1.5 million for those charged with murder. The chief of the Mobile Police Department stated that they are unable to do it alone and that the court system has to open up and move cases along through the court systems. The police department cannot do it alone. Alabama lawmakers have been working on bail reform for years to try and stop the catch and release of violent offenders. Aniah's law was passed last year and would allow judges to deny bonds for people suspected of committing violent felonies like murder, kidnap, or rape. The law was created after the tragic murder of Aniah Blanchard, a 19-year-old college student who was kidnapped and murdered in October 2019. The suspect was out on bond at the time for charges of kidnapping and attempted murder. The constitutional amendment will go before voters in November. Mobile law enforcement and prosecutors say the law might have saved Jaira. For Jaira's father, he wants the law changed too after losing his daughter.
Worst part is, waking up every day. My first conscious thought is always, my baby's gone. And I know it's going to be like that for the rest of my life.
Instead of planning college tours, birthdays, or even a wedding, Daryl Portis is only left to plan his daughter's funeral.
My daughter, she was a joy. She was only here for 18 years, but she lived her life to the fullest. There are over 130 of these type of criminals roaming the streets of Mobile, and they're not at home watching TV or twiddling their thumbs. They're actually out in our city pursuing our sons and daughters to commit other atrocities. So our current bond system for murders does not work. Our current bond system for murderers who are proven flight risk does not work.
Now that Jairi is no longer here, her father says he will advocate for Aniah's law.
I definitely urge all residents to vote in support of this law because you never know. You never know how this may impact you, your family, or a loved one. So we must do our part as citizens to help push that legislation.
Dre is set to have a bond hearing where he will likely be denied bond.
A truly innocent victim that he murdered last night. She is the tragedy in all of this because her life could have been spared if he had been held in Metro jail on the original charge. This is an example of, again, why we need Aniah's Law.